Young people like you need to know what people did for this nation to have the life you have now. Because without these ships, you could have been German. But not.
It's almost like Fred Dimmer's engine. It took you 27 years to do that engine, but he reckons he spent 21 of it talking. There's only 2 good days when you own a boat. That's the day you buy it, and the day you sell it. Okay, my name's Graham Beasley, and I've been in the marine industry for several years. I'm in my 60s now, and started at 15 years old. The Coronia was an option which, for a lot of years, I've known the Coronia, from being a young boy to travelling on it in Scarborough on holiday with my parents, right up until the latter years when I started doing boatmaster work myself. There wasn't enough work to keep Coronia and Regal Lady working in Scarborough, and sadly Coronia started to fall a little bit into disrepair.
And then what made them go off? What itself did you turn
I flipped the switch. Flipped the switch.
But that switch the other way then, Harry?
Yeah, I've tried it the other way.
Put it back out, wasn't when you initially did it?
She's on the historic ships register, and she obviously, her finest hours were at Dunkirk, where she superseded anything that could have been expected of her with the draft of the Coronia, or Her Majesty's Tender Watchful, as she was named during the war years. She was able to go right onto the beach at every rising tide. Pauline wasn't from a marine family as such. Her former husband worked in the shipyard, so she obviously knows her way around a boat. She still gets confused a little bit with a forward and the after end, and when she's down below she never quite knows which end of the boat she's in.
Why is the other side right? Why is the other side
Hey
right?
John, hey Barry, are you alright?
Yeah.
Just get the covered up some water.
But yeah, she's worked like a Trojan. She's brought all this together, certainly down below. She certainly gives us all a reality check now and again, because we all tend to make a bit of a mess, and Pauline doesn't like mess. So we never find the tools we're looking for, because Pauline's always put them away somewhere where only Pauline would know. But apart from that, she's doing a great job. And it's this deck you see here. Pauline and her son John did all this. They scraped what must have been about 18 coats of paint from the foredeck, which took a bit of time. And obviously, as I say, we're all getting on a bit in here, so the eggs and paints are there every time we go home.
Right, I'm part owner, dog's body. I'm going to run the tea room and start the tea room. I fundraise, in fact I do anything that's needed, as we all do. Before I actually had a venture on the Endeavour on the Tees, which is now going to Whitby. I worked on that. I decided the ship wasn't getting used, so I decided to do a tea room on there, which was just starting to get successful when its owner got greedy and wanted so much money, rent and that I couldn't afford it. I won't tell you the truth what happened. So I had to come off, but yeah, we did. That was lovely, and people were starting to come and see this. I'm being interviewed. Come and see this. We have the project's going to plan. We've got fantastic volunteers. We've got a ship's carpenter, electrician, engineers, who are all giving their time for free. It's all voluntary. So yeah, we're doing great for what we've got. The only thing we are not doing so great at is financially. So the fundraising needs to be up now. We've got a Just Giving page. We're looking at magazines. I've got a lady coming this afternoon who's going to show me how to go on about grants and things like that. So we're looking at all areas, and also the people that come on board, I give them a cup of tea and a look around, and hopefully they give me a pound. When I was in Scarborough, I did it for 10 days, and I raised over £2,000 by just asking people for a pound.
I'm not quite retired, I'm semi-retired, still do a little bit of work in the area. Pauline is retired, Eric's retired, in his 70s now, and John's retired, Phil's retired, so it's a bit of an age crowd really.
I've always had an interest in boats, which came from my dad, which Graham got his interest from as well. And anything around boats I'm quite happy to have a go and mess on with,
I've had boats most of my life. I've had fishing boats, pleasure boats. The last, 30-year grip, is it? I've been in the marine industry.
Well, I'm just a friend of Graham's, and I'll just come down as and when and try and do something to help on a volunteer basis.
Scraping and painting.
Scraping and painting, doing
Wire
anything.
brushing.
Yeah, whatever I get asked to do, I'll have a go.
Well, I'm a little bit down the engine room. Anything that needs doing down there, I'm the guy for that. A little bit of electrical work.
We decided to take her on because for me, she's an iconic ship. She's in the historic ships list, and I think we both think she deserves to be saved.
Myself and Pauline realised that if it wasn't for the Suttons, like myself with the background we've got, she would have probably been scrapped at Scarborough in the forthcoming year, which would be a very sad end to a ship that owns this country, really. We literally took about 2 or 3 skip loads of rubbish away as well that was piled up on the boat, just to allow us to get into the ship. She became a bit of a storage area and a bit of a rubbish dump, to be quite honest, which was very sad for the reputation of the ship to be left like that in Scarborough. She is iconic. We'd love nothing more to see her steaming down through the years. For people just to enjoy, come aboard, learn a bit of history about it. And she's a credit to everybody, really, that's been involved over the years. The project is important because if we don't do it, we'll lose a little bit of maritime history of our country. But bear in mind, whether we like it or not, we live on an island. We're all seafarers, and there's nowhere in England where you're more than 70 miles from the sea. And I think we all owe it to what these ships did, and certainly to keep them ships for other people to see and visit is a major thing in life today, because we can't lose the history that the country was built on. And it might be fairly modern day history, as in it's all within the last 100 years, but it certainly will be history very shortly.
It's a historic craft. Once it's cut up and gone, if it was ever dismantled, cut up, it's gone. That's the end of it. It's gone for good. Could never be replaced.
Yeah, we would like some younger people to get involved. There's a lot of work to do on the boat. I know it's a very cold day in Hartlepool today, but obviously in the summer months we can maybe get together and get a little bit more done. We're basing this on a 2-year project to get her up and running. We do have the engines to take out and they're to go back to Gardeners down in Ramsgate Margate to be refurbished. New gearboxes put on. There's a new wheelhouse to go on as well, because there's a lot of rotted woodwork around the ship. Have you been up the wheelhouse, Jim? Yeah.
Is the door open?
Yeah. Don't feel grimy, is it? Oh, yeah, it took a while.
Take us a little while to get it out. Oh, next week.
Generally thought I was from there, but it didn't.
Well, it's going all right at the moment. We're quite pleased with the state of the hull. That is in a lot better condition than we thought it might be. We're quite pleased with that. It's just the top side that needs replacing, really. Substantial amount of it's got to come off and be replaced. But the hull itself and the machinery is reasonable. The machinery is reasonable.
And she loaded thousands of men. She brought men to the waiting warships and ferries that were anchored off about a mile off Dunkirk, and they were repatriated back to the UK. And then she went back 3 times on her own from the history we've got, from Ramsgate to Dunkirk, and that was where the saying comes from, "We will be back." And she did go back. There's one of the small poems down below there from J.B. Priestley, which sums it up. These were only holiday steamers, they were never actually full naval warships, and what was expected of them was call of duty that every Englishman has. In the hour of need, when there's a threat in the White Cliffs of Dover, we all tend to muck in and get things sorted out. And certainly with this ship, she did that. She was told, she was machine gunned several times during the action, and she survived that. I think there was casualties. The crew on board at the time just kept going back until the job was done. Operation Dynamo, which was the operation put together by the Admiralty to rescue the men from Dunkirk, which was the expedition force. And once the fate of France was sealed, the battle for Britain was beginning. They were bombed and machine gunned while they were loading troops on the beach. The ones that did come back go into all the others as well. But that's why this little ship must steam on through the years to come for the next generations to know what was achieved when England's biggest defeat was turned into a virtual victory. They reckoned they would get 100,000 men off that beach, and they actually got 317,000 men off that beach.